Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Doug and I've just got a short tip for you today with your fitted caps, and it's what I kind of refer to as the haircut problem. I, along with many of my viewers, are always trying to find the right fit, and we know how caps can vary. But there's also a problem that if you have hair length that fluctuates a little bit from haircut to haircut, that you've also got to contend with that in your fitted caps. I am a long time size 7.5, but when my hair gets a little bit longer and during the pandemic, lockdown, whatever, it feels like I've sort of moved towards the upper end of that scale. So I've started to buy a few more 7 5/8 caps to deal with that. Now, to be clear, the reason why I'm talking about this topic for me personally is because I wear my hair pretty tight on the sides and back. So you can see that if I get even a little bit of growth in the 4 or 5 weeks between haircuts, that it could interfere with the normal sizing of the cap. So not everybody's going to have that problem, but some of you might even have a worse problem than 1/8 of a size if you're really growing your hair out and trying to wear caps that you've had for a long time with short hair. I've had a couple of videos out there on how to shrink and how to add filler materials to your cap that make the size a little bit smaller and fit your head better. But what I'm talking about this time is how the fluctuations in your hair length can really affect how the cap feels. And that's not something where you want to make a permanent change necessarily to the cap. What I've found is more of a temporary filler that you can put inside the sweatband. And lately, I've been working with this Chicago White Sox cap. And I just got my haircut last week. This is a 7 5/8, like I was talking about. It was one of the newer caps that I bought. But when I got my haircut, that thing was, it was really big on my head. So I just needed something to fill up the space. So what I did was basically ran up to the hardware store, the closest one to my house, and in the weather stripping aisle, so any kind of door insulation, door seals, window seals, and in particular, I actually zeroed in on a roll of felt, and basically it's a felt strip. I'll put it up on the screen right now. So this is the item that I picked up at the hardware store. You can see it's a decent sized roll. For this entire roll, it was $4. It's 1 1/4 inches wide, so that can be trimmed up easily with scissors. I find that I'm cutting about a 6-inch length, and that seems to work pretty well. And then to insert it in the cap, all you got to do is fold down the back side of the sweatband, insert it in between, and then fold it back up. And the best part about it, there's no adhesive on it. And this can be easily removed. So in practice, what I'm actually doing is just putting a strip right in here. And you can see that where I've got the strip inside the sweatband. And then I just fold that back under. And then this is ready to go. And you can see a little bit of read through of that. But otherwise, this makes this a much better fitting cap. So this little strip of felt takes up that sizing in the short term when it's a little bit too big for me. Now I've got this cap on, and you can see it's a pretty good fit, and the back there is really carrying this material, so I've got that set up. I've actually had some viewers comment that they put Kleenex or toilet paper folded up inside their sweatband to take up sizing sometimes. To me, this is a way better alternative to be durable when you're sweating in your caps and you need that extra size taken up. So that was all just a simple and straightforward tip for helping you to deal with what I call the haircut problem. And then if you're on the other end of the spectrum where your caps are getting a little too tight because your hair is getting a little longer, of course, with that, I always recommend having a hat jack or investing in a hat jack so that you can stretch the caps and get them more suitable for your growing hair and slightly larger head shape as a result of that. I've always got links down below in the description that show you some of my best videos on how to stretch, shape, shrink, otherwise care for your caps. So check those out if you're interested. Other than that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.